Well, good morning, friends, my fellow Americans. And if you happen to be watching from overseas, hi too. Conversations at Kerrie's Corner today. First podcast of the week. I wanted to jump in and get one done this morning because this one's important. I've been doing a lot of research recently because I'm a business owner about employees and time off and vacation and benefits and just a whole bunch of things for my own information as a business owner. Conversations at Kerrie's Corner, if you don't know, is a place where we can come together, everyone, regardless of what you believe, or who you believe in, or who you support, because we're all different, and that's what makes the world an interesting place, is that we are all different. We are not the same. A place for, in particular, the United States to come together, have a conversation, start thinking about things that we need to talk about to significantly make change. And boy, do we need to make change in this country. We are so divided. And so Conversations at Kerrie's Corner is a brainchild of mine to start that process, that conversation of bringing us back and respecting each other's opinion. We don't have to agree. We shouldn't agree. That would be incredibly boring. We need to have differing opinions. And the problem for us is we've lost the ability to do that because our leadership has been so caustic. So I want a place where people can watch and maybe get a different perspective on something, and then start a conversation with somebody else about the same subject, and maybe come away with a different perspective on a position or what you believe or what you thought. When I was a little girl, we used to travel around this amazing country, and we would go into these beautiful diners, and they were just gorgeous. They were clean and they sparkled, and it was like being in Grease, the movie Grease, and it was just a special place. And I can specifically remember hearing my parents say, "Wow, that was a really interesting person that we just had lunch with." We'd sit at the counter, and they'd have a hot dog or breakfast or whatever we were doing at that particular day, and then sit down and talk to somebody they never met before, and then lo and behold, they had a different opinion, or they thought differently about something, or the conversation was helping somebody else think differently. And it really stuck with me. And then as I watched our country deteriorate into this division that we are in, we all have to be a part of bringing this conversation back together. We all need to do our part to start conversations again. You respect me, I respect you. We can listen, we can exchange ideas and thoughts and disagree, and it's okay to disagree. You respect me, I'll respect you. And so that's where Conversations at Kerrie's Corner comes from. The thing that I've been doing a lot of research on in the last week are employee benefits and our American workforce. And it's really staggeringly disappointing. We are the only industrialized country in the world that does not make annual leave or vacation a mandatory thing. In all the other industrialized countries, when you work for a company or a government or whatever the entity is, you must take a vacation. It's not an option. You have to. Some countries have longer periods of times than others, but you have to take an annual holiday every year, and it must be within the guidelines, and you have to do it. It's not an option. You don't just get to say, like we do here in the United States, well, I really can't go anywhere, I can't afford it, so I'm just going to roll it into next year. You don't get to do that. And I got to thinking about it this weekend when I finally disengaged, stepped away, went away from my normal home, where I live, and I really took the time to decompress, relax, and recharge, and change my scenery altogether, and just decompress. The difference is staggering today versus looking back on starting every Monday. The difference in how I feel, how I think, how I'm approaching things today is drastically improved because I have taken the time to completely disengage off the phone, off the TV relatively. Get outside, go for a walk, get out into nature, spend time off of social media, get off my phone, have a conversation with my husband, cook with my husband, have a beautiful dinner out, just completely and totally disengaged. And in our society in the United States, we just don't do that enough. That's why our workforce is the most tired workforce in the world. We have the fastest burnout rates in our careers. People get very tired of doing what they're doing because they are doing it so much all the time. And the average American does not work a 40-hour week. The average American woman works almost 46 hours, and the average American man works almost 48 hours. So we are overworking, and we are giving time away that is our own personal time. And it's this vicious cycle. It just keeps building and growing and building and growing. And it's affecting our relationships with our children. It's affecting our relationships with each other if you're in a married or a committed relationship. It is affecting your relationship with your extended families. It is definitely affecting your health and your overall happiness in your life because we are not disengaging from our professional world. And if you're an entrepreneur, it's even worse, like I am. This is why we are an unhealthy society. This is why so many Americans are overweight, because they do not have the time to stop and get away and decompress. Everybody's going. We're behind in hours because we are working too much. We are not getting to the end of the day and saying done. We're not getting to the end of the week and saying done. And so we've constantly got this rollover, and we're never catching up. And it's a serious problem, and we have to fix it. So I would like to really start a conversation with our local, state, and federal officials about a mandatory leave in the United States. You must take mandatory holiday in the United States every year in our best interest to disengage, turn our brains off, relax, be happy, be unstressed, be with our families. Because when we are with our families and we are spending more time with our families, do you know the average American who is able to do that has a 65% better performance rate than those who do not? That's a staggering statistic. We have got to figure this out as a workforce, or we are going to crash and burn. And many have already crashed and burned. So think about this. Talk with your coworkers, talk with your boss, talk with others in your field if you're a business owner. I think this is a very, very, very important subject, and I think it is a subject that must be addressed with our new administration as we are moving towards being a healthy, more functioning, and better America. Our workers have to be healthier and happier too. Because without them, how are we going to make America great again? Food for thought on this Conversations at Kerrie's Corner. Annual leave. I think it's time. Do you? Let's get out there and start the conversation, because I think it is a very important one to have for all of our well-beings. Many blessings to you wherever you are on this beautiful winter's Monday, and I'm in Texas. Have a great day, everyone. Kerrie from Conversations at Kerrie's Corner. See you the next time.